Thanks, Kelly. I'm here with Mark and Crystal Lund. They are both a certified nutritionist and trainers from Team Lund. Good morning to you both. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We're talking about some food myths, and we're going to try to debunk some of them. Sometimes we're told some foods are too sugary, too high in carbs. What are some foods that we should be aware of?
The perfect example would be something like fruits, for instance. Fruits are very healthy for you, as they mentioned on the earlier segment, but the juice, whenever you drink the juice, you lose a lot of the healthy properties of the fruit itself. So what we recommend is eat your fruits. They're good, very healthy for you, but your fruit juices, be careful with those. If you want to make your own juice, like get a juicer and you can juice the fruit yourself, that would be a lot healthier alternative than the regular fruit juice itself.
And how does, I have a question going off of that. I know we didn't discuss this one, but
sure.
White rice and brown rice, is that another myth? Is one better than the other?
That's when we get into the good carb, bad carb conversation. If you were a diabetic and you had to be concerned with your blood sugar, you would definitely want to choose the brown over the white. You know, it's a vegetable, so it probably could be considered healthy, but if you're trying to lose weight, you probably want to watch your carbohydrates. And so whether it's brown or white, I would limit them as much as possible if you're trying to drop body fats.
And with all the foods that we eat throughout the day, are there some power foods that we should make sure we try to eat almost every day?
Definitely, without a doubt, especially in the afternoon around 2 or 3 and everybody starts to drag. We recommend nuts, any kind, whatever's your favorite. Almonds are great, cashews are great. Just 1 or 2 handfuls. It gives you a good energy through the rest of the day. It's got protein in it. It's got the good fats. That's something a lot of people are afraid of, is fats. But if you're eating the right kind of fats, you have to have them in your diet.
What are some of those kind of good fats?
The good fats come from things like fish. If you want to cook with olive oil, your nuts are great choices. Things like that right there.
I know sometimes, a lot of times when people go on diets, they still get hungry even with their meal plans. Are there like maybe some foods that they can snack on or eat to help them stay full?
Definitely. Well, we recommend snacking throughout the day. Most individuals should have a snack between their meals, between breakfast and lunch and lunch and dinner. You know, again, the nuts, things like that are great, but if you're still hungry outside of that, you can, if you like carrots, celery sticks, things like that, really don't have much of a value and impact on your weight. So you can, salads, green leafy type vegetables.
And Crystal, I know you have a nutrition tip list there. What are some of the nutrition tips you have? Because I know nutrition's very big to both of you.
Yes, very much.
Definitely. Eat every 3 to 4 hours. Get your breakfast, lunch, and dinner in. Have your snacks in between, like he was saying. Don't starve yourself. Don't miss breakfast. Eat, a big lunch, and then, not eat anything the rest of the day. Definitely don't do things like that. Plan ahead. Know what you're doing the next day, so you can have your meals prepped, already prepared. If you're going out of town, bring a cooler with you. Bring your snacks, your yogurts, your apples, your, things like that, nuts.
And is it true when it comes to eating, should breakfast always be your biggest meal and you go down from there?
Without a doubt. I don't think you should eat larger portions at breakfast than compared to any other meal, but it being the most important, meaning that's what's going to get your metabolism going. You've been fasting all night long, you've been inactive, and you want to start the day off with a meal that's going to get your metabolism going, get your energy level up, and it promotes a lot more energy, and this is just definitely a healthier metabolism.
And I know for breakfast there are a lot of foods such as oatmeal and bagels. What is probably something you prefer, most people who want to start a diet, what is something they should be eating for breakfast?
Well, you really can't go wrong with eggs. Eggs are great. You can cook eggs in all sorts of different kind of ways. Bacon or sausage, we recommend the turkey version of both of those. But if you want to do oatmeal, something like that, that's great. If you're trying to lose weight, you may want to watch how often you're doing oatmeal, but oatmeal is very, very healthy. It's you could just, oatmeal by itself would probably be a complete meal for breakfast for someone.
Perfect. And obesity is very prevalent in the United States. We'll be talking about if you're trying to lose weight and maybe go on a diet, what you should and shouldn't do. Thank you, Doug and Miss Loretta. We're back with Crystal and Mark Lund this morning. We're going to talk about obesity. It's a big issue here in America. I know there are probably a lot of people who want to start dieting that are overweight. And sometimes a lot of people just cut out food, but that's probably not the proper way.
Not a good thing.
You don't want to stop eating at all. That's very unhealthy. Your energy levels are going to dip very, very low, and you may lose a little bit of weight initially, but the weight loss will stop, and that's not the the healthy way. Generally, what we suggest is just making small changes here and there. It's cutting back a little bit. For instance, Try to cut back Monday through Friday. Maybe treat yourself over the weekend. You know, little things like if you like fried foods, try to cut fried foods out during the week. On the weekend, maybe treat yourself. One thing that would really make the most significant difference for someone watching would be to really watch your sugars. There are a lot of hidden sugars in foods. The manufacturers realize this, so they try to hide it from you. They use words that you relate to. So pick up the back of something, look at it, look how much sugar is in it. If it's got a lot of sugar, put it back down.
I know when we see weight loss stories, it tends to be harder for women to lose weight. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, usually it's a little, hormonal, especially if you're, 40s, 50s, premenopausal. It does get a little bit harder with the hormones. Plus, we're baby bearing. Our bodies are designed to hold on to a little bit of body fat for that. So yeah, it does become a little bit harder for us, but it could still be done. Just takes a little bit of hard work and dedication and planning ahead, but it could definitely be done.
What are some tips? Because I know you're in great shape. What are some tips you have for other women who are maybe trying to get to what you look like?
Just make sure you eat. I have a big thing with most of my clients that just don't want to eat. You're a wife, a mother, you're busy taking care of your children, busy taking care of your husband, you got a job. So you usually, forget about yourself. You miss breakfast, eat a lunch and then maybe grab something at dinner while you're fixing for your children, but just eat, eat every 3 to 4 hours.
You should
small
never
meals.
go past 4. I would recommend 4 hours.
Yeah, without eating.
No matter circumstance, never go past 4 hours without some type of snack, and that would be something like what we mentioned earlier, that just a handful of nuts, an apple, something small. You got to keep that metabolism going, and that's going to help everybody's energy level also.
Yeah.
And then for a guy, once you lose that weight, you try to get the muscle. How do you keep the muscle? I know it's protein, but what if people don't like the protein powder?
Well, the protein powders are an alternative. You're going to get majority of your protein from meats, and meats meaning fish, chicken. You have to watch your fat content on your red meats, but any kind of fish, chicken, turkey, all that stuff is healthy. Eggs for breakfast, like what we mentioned earlier, and the protein powders just make it more convenient. But I would recommend whole food over supplements definitely any day.
So some great tips this morning. We do appreciate you both coming on this morning. You can find out more on their Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Team Lund. Or if you ever take a pit stop in Tony's gym, usually one of you or both of you are in there.
So stop by and see us.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Have a great day as well.